Greetings and salutations, humans. This is Froggy and Friends, and we are playing League of Extraordinary Adventurers. Last time, we started off where Flower bestowed a gift to Uthara. She doesn't necessarily know what it was. She healed Kepri. He healed Kepri. They started looking for the Owl Man. They found the Owl Man, who was getting beaten up by three guys. The Owl Man took out the three guys pretty viciously and shoved candy in their mouths. Speaking of which, you guys kind of left those guys wherever they laid. They chatted with the Candy Goddess. A fight ensued with an owlbear. Esker fell, and he came up the most metal way possible with glowing eyes, a gossamer veil, and spectral wings. Flower fell, gazing into Uthara's eyes. Then there was a monster fight when he got back up. Then he fell once again, and Uthara had extra rage. And then when Flower came up, he asked if Uthara was there to take him to Valhalla. And then that's what took Uthara out of her blind rage. And we ended as everyone was limping into the compound and the doors closed behind you, going home.
Yeah, I'm definitely limping. I think you hurt.
Yep. Yes, everyone is spent from that one.
Yeah. For sure.
Somehow I've left, but I know I'm limping.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I can't remember, but I guess I got fully defeated.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm pretty. I'm not on death's door, but I'm pretty bruised.
Okay.
Got a couple shiners.
Yeah. Uh, and Flower looks awesome with his illusion going on there, but he's definitely limping. Okay. So, so you guys can go to your rooms. Dimitri is up in the library reading. If you want to stop by there, or you could just kind of walk by. I'm guessing you probably just want to head to bed and rest the rooskies. So.
Yeah, anything we have to say to him probably can be said in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd be looking for a bed.
Yep. All right, cool. So everyone heads to bed. If both of you could roll a d20 for me.
Sure. Okay. Got a 14.
A 14. Okay.
Oh my gosh. That 20.
Really?
Oh.
I'm like, I don't know if I've ever had that yet. Campaign. This whole time.
I don't
Wow.
think you have.
That's my first one. I'm for a rest.
Okay, cool. All right. So, you both fall down onto the cot that's in your room because you don't have the hammocks yet. And actually, let's start with Esker. I would have Taylor mute, like I would have Uthara mute, but I think you can compartmentalize because you may or may not. Actually, no. I'm gonna have to have you mute Uthara. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Okay, bye. Okay. So Esker, you pretty much land on your pillow and you're out.
Yeah.
And then you're on a ship as it's swaying, just being rocked. It's like it's right after you started your journey looking for somebody.
Okay.
And then as you're just kind of resting and lounging, you hear a voice. There you are, brother. We've been looking for you.
What? I don't have any brothers.
Oh, yes, you do.
So I'm on this rock, and I guess I'm gonna look out to sea and looking for where this voice is from.
Okay, so you go up, you head out into the dark, and the the boat is swaying. The sails are actually wrapped up, and you hear the creaking of the mast and everything. And you're looking out into the stars in the expanse, and then one of the stars starts getting brighter and brighter and brighter as it comes to you. And then there's this being flapping with 4 wings. Esker. I've waited such a long time to see you.
And who are you?
We can get to that later, brother. But you revealed yourself, not just to us, but to other things. So keep an eye out.
What? You are speaking in riddles, which I'm going to assume is normal for you.
Oh, it is.
Now, do I know what he is, or can I make an assumption?
You can make an assumption, or you can do a roll if you'd like.
I think I'd like to do a roll instead, because
Okay.
it'll just make me more in what my character is thinking.
Okay.
History, religion, or
It would most likely be a religion. A religion would probably be the best.
okay. 18. Wait,
18?
no, 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
You definitely know that's a angelic being of some sort.
Okay. Okay.
And you're with that 18, you're going to remember that your mom said something about your father being this beautiful, beyond compare man that was her angel for one night.
Mm-hmm. Listen well, brother, alright? I'm not about to be wrapped up in your manipulative game here.
Oh, there's no game yet. But if you do run into trouble, just call for me. Ramiel.
Ramia.
Ramiel.
Okay.
I'll let you get back to your dream. And he just kind of pops out, and you're just. Then your dreams kind of switch to you. Most likely don't remember the rest of them because of exhaustion.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions?
Is is the name Ramiel significant?
I'm gonna say no matter what you roll, you won't know that one. I'll just say that because you did roll an 18 on your religion, so you do know that it's a celestial. He's an angel, but he has the 4 wings, like glowing eyes. Do you know exactly what kind of celestial that is? No, but it's most likely it's some form of angel. With your 18, you know a bunch about him, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna text her.
That's all my.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear us again, Taylor?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I see.
Okay, just double checking. All right. Now, Jeff, your turn to mute.
Done.
La 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 la.
La 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 la. All right. Uthara, like you just walk into your room and you just like collapse face first onto your bed, like you just like crumple up. Now, like the beginning part of your dreams, you're back at home as a little girl with like watching your mom like sharpen her weapons and things like that, and then you're kind of, if you've ever had those dreams that it's like a memory and you're like going through something, well, you're having one of those and she's showing you her shield and talking about Rull and her shield maidens with a big smile on her face. Like it's pretty much like teaching you about your mom's faith in Rull.
Okay.
And then from there you're just like, because you're it's almost a conscious dream because you're like, oh, I remember that, and then you follow your mom because it started to rain that night, and she's standing out in the rain as the thunder and lightning is going on, and she puts her hand out to you to take her hand to watch and stand in the rain to enjoy what Rull has given you.
Okay, cool.
And then as it's raining and then the lightning flashes, you look up at her, and then for an instant she is dressed in like shining, gleaming armor with a winged helm, and she's smiling at you in an instant.
That's not well, though.
And then the lightning flashes again, and you're seated at a table with all this food.
Oh, okay.
And there's seated at a big throne is a very muscular orcish woman.
Okay.
And you look to your left, you're seated next to your mother.
Okay.
And then all around this table are other orcish women wearing that same garb that your mother was in that instant. You're looking at the head of the table, and Rull is sitting there with her leg over the arm of the throne, just like chugging a tankard, and then she just wipes her mouth. Hi, Uthara.
Talking to me?
Of course. Your mother has spoken such wonderful things about your bravery, and I started to take a notice recently, because you carry the storm with you as you should.
That's right. I am the biggest and the bravest and stormiest.
And you're definitely humble. Very good.
and humble. I've been told that too. I'm the most humble.
Very good. Um, this night you faced something that was from. Let's see. Not the nicest of sorts, I'd have to say. Now, was it?
No, it was it got scary there for a second,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought I lost more loved ones, and that was a feeling I never wanted to experience ever again. And I was faced with it.
That is one of the worst feelings there is. I can't promise you won't feel that feeling again.
I know, but the logic, I don't want to accept the logic. I want to fight against the logic.
Okay.
Never lose a loved one.
Well, we can always do our best to prevent that. So I'll have you roll a religion for me.
Oh, okay. Let me check. Oh no! Oh no! She skipped church.
Well, you only know from what your mom told you, really.
Yeah.
Because your dad was not like he kind of followed Rull, but there's other orcish gods that he kind of paid attention to.
Oh.
What?
2.
2? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very
So
cool.
Not only did I was not listening to my mom.
Well, no, I'll put it more as you're kind of awestruck that you're seated here.
Oh yeah.
Like it's not necessarily like you're forgetting that, but you're um so actually as she's talking, you know when someone's talking and you want to listen to them, but you just the room and everything kind of like is like overstimulating. Like that's kind of what's happening to you right now.
Yeah, she's starstruck in a way, like.
Yeah. Now, so this is a giant hall, and there's giant tusks, like almost like elephant tusks, as the back of her throne, and yeah, and then you're
like.
Yeah, and looking around, you're noticing that there's like casks everywhere. A bunch of them are broken open. Then there is like severed heads like hanging because like just victories, like multiple skulls. The there's a horn in front of you, like a drinking horn in front of you that is like to stand up. You jab it into a skull. Yeah.
Very cool.
Like actually, I think you got the 2 because you're reaching for the horn. You want to be drinking some of this.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, and so
Just the coolest horn I've ever seen.
yeah, it's intricately like the it has like old orcish written on it, like inscribed in it, and as you're grabbing it and trying to put it to your lips, Rull is right next to you, directly to your right. Now just imagine like you're a big woman. She is far bigger than you. And like she's like, "Oh, I'm not going to interrupt your drink or your revelry because that's what we kind of stand for. But you were fighting. Your rage was so intense over someone that fell. I'm just going to ask, is he worthy?"
Yes, I believe he's proven worthy.
Okay. He's very devoted to you, which could be beneficial to you, but I want to make sure that if I start paying attention to him, it's worth my time.
Ooh. You. My benevolent goddess. And she would kind of sound awkward because she's
Yep.
too unreligious.
Yeah.
You would find no better warrior nor better friend. And while he is not as he's no orc, of course.
He is half.
He's half, but I feel like he was raised. I don't know where he was raised, but I don't know orcs like him, and I think maybe that's why you should pay attention to him.
Well, because he started inscribing little symbols of those that are devout to me on his armor.
Oh.
He started doing that soon after meeting you, so that is what brought some notice to myself. So I will put this into consideration. I don't get to do this very often, to sit and chat with.
It's fun, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
We enjoy a good party every day, all day, and then during a battle we get to partake, and then if we. But do you have any questions for me? Do you want to know something? Do you want to know about him? Do you want to know about anyone that's around you? I can't say that I necessarily can answer you entirely, but I could
Sure.
give you some direction, possibly.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, okay. I think how many questions does Uthar get?
Well, you rolled a natural 20 for your dream. That's why you're that like
Crazy.
no, like that's why you're actually having a meeting with Roll
Right.
herself.
Goddess. Okay.
Then you rolled a 2 on your religion, so that's a pretty good spectrum. And I just rolled a d6, and so
Okay.
you can start asking your questions, and then we're actually gonna have you roll like a persuasion for each one.
Okay. Well,
So-
because I think roleplay wise,
Mhm.
Uthara would ask about her dad
Mm-hmm.
and her brothers.
Okay. Awesome.
Even though there's things like I want to know as a player, but I think Uthara would want to know what her family's up to. So yeah, she'd be like, my dad, my brothers, how are they holding up without me?
Just take a gander in your cup. So you can grab your horn and you can look into it.
Okay, very cool.
So as you're seeing the froth, because this is mead mixed with like ale. Have you ever had that before?
No, not. I've had only straight mead.
Okay.
I've never had straight ale, but I've never had mead and ale.
It is, and then it's usually spiced as well, so it's
Okay.
its own thing. So as the froth is like moving and churning, you're seeing your reflection for a moment, and then you're
Okay.
seeing your home that you grew up in.
Okay.
And they're around the table and they're like bumping into each other and laughing about something, and then one of your older brothers like is like sits back to like gets the last bit of drink out, and then one of your other brothers takes his foot and hits the heel, so he falls out of the chair, and so they get up and they just start bashing each other in the face. So you're like they seem to be getting they're about acting about the same as
The
before.
same.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
I
so
miss them.
yeah, and so next to your father is an empty chair that was always for your mother, and next to that is your chair. So there is like a plate out for both of you, but there's nothing on it, of course.
Oh.
So
Oh man. Sailor doesn't get homesick. So what is this feeling that I'm feeling if I don't get homesick?
that's a it's a longing. There's still always a love there. It's not necessarily a love like homesickness, but there's the connection you have with family. That's that feeling. That embrace of your father, the playful banter of your brothers. You can nothing can ever truly compare to that of a family.
I have another longing,
Yeah?
and it's because of my connection to my family,
Mm-hmm.
and it's for to avenge my mother's death.
Hmm.
Is this a foolish endeavor, or will I please you in this journey?
You rolled a 2. Um
I rolled a 3, and then it was -1.
oh my gosh. Okay. Um okay, she'll put it this way. Well, you definitely should have listened better growing up. But the actual deeds that you do isn't necessarily foolhardy or anything. It's the bravery in them. And making sure that you have peace in your gut, as well as enough food to keep you going. And,
Peace,
and,
need,
mm,
bravery in my gut. That's what I
yeah.
need.
And, and having those around you that you can trust. Because in the middle of a conflict, you always want to make sure you can turn to your left or right and always have a friendly face.
And may I ask one more question about trust?
Yeah.
This new family that I have found,
Mm-hmm.
are they trustworthy? Because while I will bleed and die for them in battle, they have proven to two people or two of my party members have proven to not be what I thought they were upon first sight.
What do you mean?
Well, Flower proved to be more than what I thought he was, and I don't think this was deceptive by nature, but there is one person in my party that is absolutely who is not what they showed themselves to be. And now, after it happening twice, I still trust them, but I'm starting to wonder, like, do I
Happening
suppose that I'm,
happening twice?
yeah, Flower at first I just
Oh,
thought
okay.
was a troll, and then he starts speaking in this eloquent orcish to me, and proving not to be who he was I thought at first. And then my party member Esker rises from the dead. I don't
Well,
know how to even explain it.
well,
So just it's got me a little rattled, I have to say.
okay. Well, I can say it seems you're learning a lesson of don't judge a book by its cover.
I've been judged, so I should know this lesson.
Haven't we all?
Hmm.
You do have one more question.
Okay. Is there is there anything what is what must be done? Okay, I'm trying to remember Flowers lore. Is he does he serve a certain, or is he like hurt? Like, what's his I was gonna so basically I was gonna ask, but I couldn't remember his lore is like how how to save him from like his, I guess, his doom.
His doom?
Yeah, or didn't we have a couple sessions ago? He's like, I have to leave or something like this candy monster.
Oh no, he was talking about having to talk to, like having to talk to the candy goddess,
Right,
and
right,
and how he would like. It was right after the meeting with the Owl Man, so like
right.
he
Yeah.
was, yeah. So like he he lost his connection with her,
Oh, okay.
so that's gone. Like what are
Okay.
so within that like, um, did
Okay.
did you want to know his past or something like that within that
Mm.
question?
Yeah, tell me about the candy goddess.
How much do you want to know?
Why did she bestow powers on Flower?
She leans forward, and as she like leans on the table like creaks,
Mm-hmm.
and you hear like the sinews in her forearms kind of, and she like puts her finger in like a tankard that just appeared, and she swirls it.
Cool.
Um, she bestowed power to a what she thought was a monster. She didn't like the way he looked or what he was, but she found him as a child. After, and she's like, here. And she just moves the tankard and she can see past the froth. And you're seeing this city that's just decimated. There's flames about, and you see this small, I say small, he's like the size of an adult
Right.
man, but he was a child, and he's got a stick, and he's like drawing things in the sand.
Hmm.
And then you hear like screaming, and he turns that way, and he starts like sulking, like a kind of like an animal kind of going across the ground, checking things out. And then he goes back, and he finds this like some charcoal, and he starts drawing on some walls, and he's like kind of snickering because he like drew like a big poop emoji, and he's like and then he finds like this molten, it was like a candy shop or something, and he's like eating it, and he's like it's the first time he's eaten something sweet, and this little fairy kind of pops up, this chubby
Mm.
looking fairy, and oh, you look so hungry, here, have some more, and she starts giving him other things and luring him into a portal.
Oh, oh goodness.
And then if you look behind him, there's a large group, like there's piled like large forms that look like adult forms of him but burnt up, behind him.
Oh gosh.
And of course, like other people and things, but this city was just decimated. So she liked that he was, that he had a sense of humor. She thought she could use that. Um, and she thought he was just something a little bit more than an animal.
Hmm. Preys upon who she thinks she can manipulate.
Yeah, like most, like most false deities, she is. I don't. That's not necessarily the thing to say. She is worshipped, and she does bestow tasty gifts on her, those that do follow her, and she hates clowns. Absolutely hates them. Um,
Well, I mean, who does? Let's be real.
well, well, they maybe another time I could tell you where they kind of originated from. You'd understand.
Okay. All
Um,
right. Our next chat.
sure. And she like cheers you, and like you kind of that's when you wake up in the morning.
Oh, very cool. Dang, I'd be like pinching myself. Was that real?
Yep. Okay, I just told Jeff to turn his sound on. Yeah, so you wake up. Um, both of you wake up rested. Now you're remember how you heal. You have to use any hit dice that you had to use the heal, and then you get half of them back after you use that. So like
Okay.
so you should have like 4 hit die right now. So if you had to use all, like Uthar, you only had 2 to use to heal, so you have 2 again in the morning, if that makes sense. And
Okay.
yeah, because you spent 2 of them to cast enlarge.
Oh, right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, so I use two to heal. Do I roll for it or I
Mm-hmm.
just
Yep.
okay? What do I roll? D
You do
20 or
d12s.
D12s?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
But I personally I prefer this method because it's a little bit more realistic to me. Like after you had a horror, like a the being totally healed up after that, you still should be sore.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this kind of makes it where magic really matters. You know, like the healing and everything. Are you? It makes sense that Esker was able to heal up with his hit dice because he did use some magic to heal up.
Oh, nice. I I got I woke up with a sore shoulder, but
Okay.
that's it. I'm
Okay.
doing
Cool.
pretty fine.
Awesome.
I did
Awesome.
good.
Awesome. Uh, okay. So y'all get up. I'm guessing you just go right down for breakfast.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Um, yeah. With Art, you open your door and their Flower was like sleeping right next to your door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Well, um, she kind of gave him a playful kick to wake him up, but nothing painful, just a little, hey, sleepyhead,
Okay.
and then she kneeled down and gave him a hug.
He gets like really like stiff, like um. let me go make you breakfast. You just kind of like scampers off to go make everybody breakfast.
Awesome.
He did have the the hat on to this guy's thing. So Esker, you beat him downstairs. Y'all slept in. I'm gonna just say y'all slept in.
Oh yeah.
Like about 10 or
It's
so.
Rosy dreams.
Yeah. And Kepri like does not come out, and Rhaegoth. You guys haven't seen Rhaegoth. You don't know why. What's ever going on?
Blood god or whatever.
Yeah.
Mission.
Yeah. So you go down, and Dimitri actually already cooked y'all breakfast.
Nice.
This one's actually like biscuits and gravy. Yeah. Yep, biscuits and gravy, and then like they're let's see here, for a drink. Okay, what is that called?
Is it a mimosa?
Well, there's definitely you can have a mimosa if you want, but there is this. I had it in Nicaragua. I forgot the name of it, but it's like a sweet rice milk, that
Ooh,
that has
sounds
cinnamon.
Horchata?
Yes, yeah, but it's like super thick.
Yeah.
It's like super thick. And it's like that's with it. So you actually have like that as the drink with it, along with many other things if you'd want to. But like and Darren's down eating breakfast as well. Do you remember Darren?
Wait, maybe.
Yep.
Vaguely.
Darren was the guy that you gave the bubble wand back to, and he kind of appeared into Darren.
Yeah, the wizard.
Yep. Yep.
What a chump.
Yep.
When is Darren there when or does he come after us?
He actually comes after you guys.
Oh great.
Oh, okay. I've
great.
got to make eyes to Udara.
Yeah. Okay.
Darren walks into the room and I look at Udara and I'm like, this guy. That's what my eyes are saying. I'm not saying it though.
And she's not good at subtlety, so she's like, "This guy? Oh my god!"
It's just. Yes.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing you guys probably chat about what you guys want to do this morning before your possible bout later in the afternoon in the arena.
Oh, that's this afternoon. Well, is it all of us? Is Flower there? Everybody there?
Yep, Flower's definitely there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Breakfast might be not a great time to bring up past childhood trauma.
Or it could be the perfect time.
It would be fresh on Uthar's mind.
Okay.
So she would say at the breakfast table, Flower, I had a dream, and I learned about the candy goddess in my dream. And I learned how cruel she was to you. And your story. And how she found you as a child. And Flower, I think you should know that you don't need to be afraid anymore, because there's another goddess keeping her eye on you. Anyways, how's the biscuits and gravy?
You just like, uh,
Yeah. I'd be like, look, it was a crazy dream, but it's fresh on my mind. And learned about this false deity, how she goes around targeting vulnerable children. And it's not your fault, Flower. It's not your fault.
um. So he's definitely speaking in orc right now.
Okay.
So not only are you a storm angel, but are
Okay.
what
Rolled a nat 20 on my dream. You'd be like, what does that mean?
what does that mean?
Yeah,
What
I know, right?
dice? But
Wall break, I wink at the camera.
so are you a mouthpiece of Ro?
I don't think so. But I talked with her last night. In fact, we shared mead and ale mixed together. I call it nail. And she's watching us. Both of us.
um. So he actually he's like a beautiful one. In whom I have defied one deity, and just to spend one more moment with you, and I will do it again. Thank you for uh, speaking on my behalf to the great Rull. Um,
I did.
uh,
I did. Well, you're a loyal one, Flower. You've proven your mettle not only in battle, you also proven your mettle in that ale drinking contest we had,
mhm. He still
which is very important to an orc.
lifts up the little badge.
Yes, very important.
Oh yeah, he has a silver cup too from that.
In your loyalty. And us orcs are about family and community. And you are family, Flower.
Oh. Okay.
And then I would turn to Esker and be like, do you have any crazy dreams? Talk to any gods of yours?
Mm, yes and no. Yes to the crazy dream. No to talking to any gods. It was a silly dream. I was on a boat and I was going fast and it's because I said and. I'm sorry, maybe laugh.
That's right.
I was on a ship and a four-winged being from the stars came down and spoke to me as if we were siblings, and I told the being in my dream, I said, "I'm not playing your game here." And
Oh,
it was speaking in um, riddles, so that's really all I have to say about that.
Oh, man.
But it gave me a name, and I don't know where my brain conjured that from, but I will not be speaking it.
Okay. So, we won't talk about your star constellation brother.
Yes.
Speaks in
Star Angel.
riddles. Star angel brother. All good. We can talk about my goddess.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So you, so, so you had a crazy dream.
Yeah. I met my goddess. We shared mead and ale. She showed me my family. She gave me advice on my path of life. And then I was allowed to ask her questions. So I was like, what's the deal with Flower and the candy goddess? And she was like, yo, this false deity, she sucks. she plucked flower up as a kid,
Yeah,
and
I think his goddess was more of a fae, like an
yeah.
archfey.
Oh, see, you know more of that than me. I heard Candy Goddess, and I was like, that sounds crazy.
No, it was the what my interpretation of it. I don't know how to describe it. It's just how I felt about the.
Yeah. Well, I barely listened when my mom told me about my own goddess, so it was pretty nerve wracking seeing her in person. I'm glad she didn't quiz me on too much, but it was pretty starstruck.
And you drove. You you
Yeah,
drank.
we hung out and we drank ale and me together. And not only that, when she showed me my family, she showed it to me in the ale. Like I got to see it. Like there was just like geeking out. Like you say you just gone to Comic Con and you met someone, and you're like,
Esker, could you roll me a religion, please?
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Okay, this is just a 10.
A 10. Uh, she said like she said roll, and what you know is like from a 10, like roll is like in all your travels you've heard of from different orcs. There's like a masculine one that a lot of them were talking about, and then there is the feminine one, and
oh,
uh, Rull always stands for the storm. Is like what our thought process is kind of like Thor, but also like how the rain brings fertility for that, but then also like making sure that you party after a fight. Like
yeah.
it's like fight really well so you can party. Like that is the easiest way to understand role.
Fight hard, play hard.
Yes, fight hard, play hard. Um, yeah,
My girl.
yeah.
I don't know how I didn't pick up on it from the few boat rides that we've shared. I didn't take you for quite a religious person.
To be honest, it was my mom and dad's thing, and I've been touched since I was little
In the head.
many times. Probably drank a lot of too much seawater too.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's done to me,
It adds.
but
It adds.
my dream last night showed me something, and that I've been so focused on as someone that has been touched by the storms, I should always have my head up and looking. And I've been so because of things that happen in my life. I've been so head down
Mhm.
and kind of blinded by that. So I'm gonna keep my head up more, and looking up, thinking bigger picture.
All right.
Yeah, but that also means after today's festivities this afternoon, I'm also going to drink so much ale as Raul will want me to.
Well, I always appreciate the divines that it's easy to worship. So male after a fight, I'm up for that.
There we go. What's this wizard guy doing? Like the whole time we're having our conversation.
Darren, he's like eating.
Garrett. I don't even. Yeah.
Like he keeps glancing over, and so Flower tracked you guys is like how you kind of gave him eye contact. So whenever he glances over, Flower kind of like just kind of. But he's in his like half orc form, so it's not as terrifying, I guess. But he's still like 6'8" in this
Sure.
form.
So, Derek, have you been enjoying the festivities?
Matter of fact, Ernie, I have been.
He's
That's
quick.
a good
He's
one.
a clever one.
That's a good one. No, he's funny.
Mm.
And he kind of
Alright.
he moves his finger around, and Esker, your left nostril, like just horrible smell.
Oh, the audacity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta hold on a second. I gotta check and see if I have some prestidigitation. I have the prestidigitation. What do you think about what I want to do?
Wait, I don't. What just happened? Did he just do a pull my finger?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Let my dog out.
So I'm gonna rub my nose, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to soil his food.
Oh. And so he's going in for a bite. Touche.
That's wild.
Alright, I'll fix it for him. I'm mean enough to do it once, but I'm not mean enough to just leave it there.
Oh, okay.
We all have to spend the day with it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, boys. In front of my biscuits?
Apologies.
Dimitri sits down with you. Then he's finishing up his. So, what do you want to do before your fight?
Well, looks like Capri sleeping in.
Mm-hmm.
Should we go check out that lizard people since she's snoozing?
Yeah, I would suppose that boy is kind of shell-shocked. With what we were. Perhaps we came on a little strong, you know. Perhaps I came on a little strong. Okay.
You asked her to come on strong. What do you mean? Never.
I know this.
Never. Especially when you die, don't die, transform forms. That's cool. We haven't even talked about that. That's fine.
Yeah, that's
Really cool. Like,
good.
I'm cool
Good.
with it. Just letting you know, I'm cool with it.
I don't. That's new to me, you know.
Okay, cool. Well, we're all cool. We're cool.
Yeah. And
Alright.
it's cool seeing you turn into a giant lady with raining storms and lightning.
Cool. We're all cool. We're just normal men.
Yeah, normal man. Yeah.
So this Lizard People Society thing, where it last left off, we left the guy down there, right? But wasn't there something else we had to track down?
Well, he gave you his address to talk to him about it more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got his address. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking for his dad.
That's what it was. We're looking for his dad. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I dropped the bomb that,
Yeah.
that I don't know who my dad is.
Yep.
Well, what do you say? Do you want to look for his dad, or do you want to do some shopping, or what do you want?
Well, we could search for his dad.
Yeah.
I suppose, Dimitri, two things.
Duh.
Firstly, We may have ended the Candy Mouth Killer's spree.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We may have. Give it a couple days. We'll see what happens. If if they're gone, we did it. If they come back, we tried.
All right then.
I'm back. They're looking for us.
Yeah, probably. I believe it was a sort of messenger from an archfey.
Okay.
Yeah, one that involves candy. If you know the name, the like candy goddess,
Mhm.
candy queen.
My goddess said she's a false deity.
That tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Most pantheons for each species will call the other ones false deities. So, yeah.
It's not even real sugar in her candy.
See, and then yeah, how do you? Which one do you believe? Yeah.
Yes, that's the.
I believe the big orcish lady that likes to party and fight.
Oh yes, the second thing. Do you know anything about the lizard people that live in your sewers?
And Thar leans across.
Are you aware of them? Do you happen to know their society, how vicious they are?
There are stories.
Have you encountered one?
Not in these sewers, no.
Okay. What sort of things would we have to look out since you haven't encountered them, but you haven't encountered them here?
Well, I've encountered lizard folk, but when you say lizard people, there's a difference for what people say.
See?
I see.
So what the stories are, there is somehow an advanced organization that could be possibly in the sewers,
Okay.
and it's manipulating the government in the city somehow. So whenever they another story comes out, like if it's always interesting. So I don't really know what to really.
I feel like the way Thara knows about lizard people, and Esker can confirm or not, but they had a crazy guy on one of their ships that was totally the conspiracy dude. That was like, the sky is made of ice, and also lizard people run the government. And everybody's like, yeah, whatever, Johnny. And so when she hears that, she's like, Johnny's right.
But then that's concerning because if Johnny's right about that, what else is he right about?
And he said a lot of things.
He did.
Said a lot of crazy things.
Sailors are very stitious.
Yes. Mhm. Very.
And he did go mad on the sea. So.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Johnny's mad.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, from the things that we've been told about the lizard people, we're gonna have to be very careful going into the sewers then.
And I don't advise just the three of you going.
No.
You might want to find out more information.
Okay. Intel gathering, you're saying, Dimitri.
Uh-huh. And bringing other people along, just not Derek.
Darren. Unless you really want to.
Thanks.
No. No, the only other person we could bring along at this point is just the boy who lost his father there.
A boy lost his father in the sewer.
That's what he believes, and that is what we are going off of.
All we got.
Yes.
Well, you could possibly see exactly where he went missing, possibly a date, and you can go from there. Um,
Do some investigation.
mhm.
Okay.
um,
Okay.
so you could ask him, or, um, or if anyone else knows anything.
Possibly. Are there cleaners that usually work in the sewers, or I don't know how.
Uh, a lot of a lot of organizations like ours gets hired out to do cleaning, to take care of creatures or riffraff in the sewers. Actual cleaning, there is a cleaning crew to check things, to check pressures in different pipes and things as well, like more of like a maintenance crew. Um, so does that
Yeah.
answer? Okay.
Yeah, we've got a couple of things. We've got a few things we can go off of with that. Don't you think, Uthara?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking we talked to the guy about his dad, like what date he disappeared and where he disappeared,
Mm-hmm.
and then see if we can find anybody else that knows about the sewers. But my suspicion is people will say, "No, I don't know anything," and they know.
They always know. Or they're a lizard person.
Or they're a lizard folk
It's
person.
so like Dimitri's like, that's totally a possibility. Yes, totally a possibility.
Yet you're not saying there's impossible. You're saying it's possible.
I have seen
Stranger beings.
stranger beings have been dealt with by myself and others, so I don't deny that.
Right, well then,
All right.
I think we're ready to be on our way.
All
Thank
right,
you for the breakfast.
my absolute pleasure in making your breakfasts.
Dog keeps whining like he wants to go out, and then he wants to come back in the room. I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
We just want to whine.
he wants
Yeah, he
attention.
just wants attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. So on our way to Lizard Sun.
Okay.
Yes.
You got the address? Who kept that?
Yep. He gave you he wrote it on a scrap piece of parchment, so you can
I don't
find
remember
your.
who kept it though.
What was that?
Who kept it though?
And he was talking the most to Esker, so I'm guessing that
Okay,
Esker
yeah.
would have kept it.
I got it, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So you go to the entrance that he asks you to go to. It's like the kind of like the back door to the. It's a level home. So you knock on the door. He's like, oh, well, hello. Come on in. And he like checks around. He like lets you in, and there are like his mini diorama of the conspiracies. His walls are oh, just be careful not to mess with the strings.
You would have really liked this guy I knew named Johnny.
And Flower is just like like almost having to crawl. He's just kind of down.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So we have a few questions for you.
Okay.
So what day and whereabouts did your father specifically go missing?
Uh, it was actually from upstairs. You hear, Billy, what's going on down there?
Oh,
No.
oh,
I have some friends over, Mom. What? What? And you hear like feet coming down, and like the door swings open, and there's this woman in an apron, like she's like wearing this really nice dress and an apron, and like this like perfectly done hair, and like some flower like on her face. She's like, oh, oh, looking right at you, Esker.
oh no.
So,
Um,
who are your friends?
okay.
And like totally
Um,
walks past everybody and just kind of puts her hand out to you.
Oh, Fred, what the heck?
Yep.
All right. Well, Esther's gonna take her hand, kiss it, and go. Esther, a pleasure to meet you, ma'am.
No.
It's my pleasure to meet you, Esker. My name's Jennifer Frostridge.
Okay.
Fancy.
And-
Mom, that's not your name. That that was my maiden name.
Well, Jennifer, we're just, we became acquainted with your son the other day.
Billy, you made friends.
And we were just talking.
Oh well, come on up. I'll make you some cookies. Give you maybe make a cake.
I mean, I just had a pound's
Yeah.
worth of biscuits and gravy, but I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say no to cake
No, or cookies.
or cookies.
Okay.
I couldn't say no to that.
Okay. Let's see here. So, uh, when she talks, her voice and the way she enunciates is exactly like Jennifer Coolidge.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I hate it.
Real bad.
Yep. Yep.
I'm taking dog.
So like I watched multiple of her lines and I couldn't get it down. It agitated me so much. So I'm just gonna describe. That's exactly the way she looks, and then that's that's the way she talks.
Her.
Yeah.
I love her.
Oh my gosh, Alicia does too, but I just there's something about that voice.
And it's not her real voice though.
Here's her cake and cookies.
I know, but it's the way she puts it on,
Yep.
which is honestly better when you can do something like that and make people not forget it ever.
Yeah. Yeah. So follow me, Esther.
Oh my god. Okay. Yes. I'll be there in just a minute. I want to make sure we're finished down here first.
Okay. Don't have me waiting too long, Esker. That's just like slowly going up the steps.
Okay. Billy, before we were interrupted, by your generous mother.
Well, he had to work on my birthday, and he went So, like, that's June 16th. I'm not going to give you, like, the fantasy
Yeah.
Sure.
month and
Yeah.
date. And, so he had to go down and check some things out. I could show you where they, where he went.
Okay. And that was last year?
No, it was about 5 years ago.
Thank you. I'm sorry. It was a long, hard night. That it's just it did something to my memory. You know.
Oh, I'm sorry. Um, I don't have anything to help with that.
No, that's okay. I wasn't expecting it.
I've been working on a new robe. And so he looks, and he's like sewing up a new one for the
Oh,
meetings.
Looks great. It looks
yeah.
great, Billy. Keep
I gotta
going.
go check on those cookies.
Okay, so uh, he just starts going on rants about his different theories of different things and like naming off like different officials, which none of you guys know because you haven't been in Cowickam very long. He's like, but I saw this guard, and he trips in the exact same place every day that I have been there. And you'd think that he would have brought it up to his higher ups that there is a stone out of place, but no. I think it might be a ritual. I don't know what they're summoning.
I think you're onto something. This sounds very plausible to me.
And so like you've got this awesome like smell of cookies and a cake being baked. Like coming down.
Amazing.
Wow.
Um,
I've got too many things in front of you that I just keep trying to fidget with. It's just so hard to, like. So otherwise,
Okay,
I'm like,
I understand that.
yeah.
So I'm gonna go upstairs and check on those cookies.
Okay.
awesome. Um, Thara's happy to keep hearing conspiracies. She's into it.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. Cool. So Uthara, as you hear Esker kind of creaking up the steps, he starts going into this rant about like the drinking water and like how he's concerned that they might be like adding in different alchemicals that he doesn't. I don't know what exactly they're going to be doing, but
Right.
what if the water that you're drinking from the uh, the city water mixes with what they're selling you in the bread. So I make sure to filter my water. So he's made his own water filter, and it looks really rickety. And as you're going up the steps, you're hearing humming, Esker, and like she looks over her shoulder. Oh, hi, Esker, and like one of this strap to her just like.
Oh no.
Just slightly down, she like brings it back up. Sorry.
Um, Jennifer, was it? And I like slide a little bit closer. Your boy Billy here was telling me about his birthday 5 years ago and how he and you tragically lost his father and your husband. I understand you taking your maiden name after that. Do you happen to know what happened to your husband?
The dice roll is so funny. Just the sound.
Yep. Okay. Okay, so well, Billy's not my real son.
Oh.
His father left me here with him.
Hmm.
I know he talks about lizard people, and he did go down into the sewers, but I don't really know what really happened.
Mm.
I see. Billy never mentioned that you weren't related.
Oh, I really haven't like made it too much. He knows, but I don't really like. I helped raise him, so he's kind of like my son. But I just wanted you to know, Esker.
Thank you, Jennifer. It takes a very special, caring individual to
He's
nurture
not
someone.
my
Don't
real
you know? Here, taste the
son.
cookie. And so she's like force feeding you a cookie.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Cookie, Esker.
I'm gonna like act eat it. I'm gonna nibble on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I've got to take the cake out.
Oh my god. It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion.
Yep. Yep. And like everything smells really good. And like there's a. Careful, they're hot. So.
Never mind. um. Okay. Well, Jennifer, I'm gonna take some of these cookies and share them with everyone upstairs.
Okay. Well, I'll be up here if you need anything, Esker.
Okay. If I need anything, I'll come back.
Don't hesitate.
Thanks. All right. I'm bringing down a plate of cookies for the
You get
companions.
juicy intel.
Yeah, I did get some juicy intel.
Oh, you
And
forgot the cake. And
Oh.
she yells down, Esker, you forgot the cake.
Esker, you forgot the cake. Like he's so
Sorry.
responsive.
So I leave the plate of cookies and I
Yep.
go get the cake.
Okay. So you just go up and there's like no eye contact and just run back down.
No, I'll go. I'll give her a little peck on the cheek.
Oh, you sly dog.
Thank you, Jennifer. Oh no, what's this? Oh no! What's this? What's this? Oh my god. Would you like me to text you the answer?
Mm-hmm. Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, you got it.
No one. No one. No one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, can I bring the cake down then?
Totally.
Lord.
Okay. I'm gonna bring. I'm gonna bring the cake down.
Okay. All right. You bring the cake down.
Yeah. Um. Hey everyone, here's the cake.
Awesome.
Gosh, Billy, your mother is just. Sorry, Billy, your stepmother is just enchanting. I cannot. I cannot fathom how I don't know. The words aren't even coming to me. It's honestly hard to
I've never seen you tongue-tied, Esther. Ever.
I, I've only been this way one other time. I'd like to tell you, but oh, I think I forgot something upstairs actually. Be right back.
Wow. Jennifer's done a number on my friend
Yeah.
here.
Don't wait for me.
I have no idea.
Oh, that is really funny. Okay.
All right. So I go back upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um. So, Uthara, you're still hearing more theories, and he's showing you, like, he in essence has made a Dungeons and Dragons version of a tinfoil hat to make sure that they can't read his mind when he's sleeping. So he's like, "Oh,
Get the kick out of it, but she's starting to be like, oh boy.
yeah." She's like,
It's fun at first, but now it's like reached concerning levels.
"Yep." It's like you're eating these cookies, and like flowers, like ducking like this, like to like underneath the strings because he makes like, and they're pretty darn good cookies. And then he's like, "Oh no, I need to make more for you guys. Oh, excuse me." He's like starts grabbing, he's like crafting as he's going. Um, so, Esker, tell me about yourself.
Um. Well, Jennifer, I'm a simple man who's traveled the seas, seen a couple of exotic places, and come back with lots of stories and songs.
Oh, a sailor. Ooh. What's the craziest thing you've seen?
Jennifer,
Hmm?
what did you do before being a wonderful adoptive mother?
Oh my goodness.
Well, actually, I was a dancer.
Of course you are.
Yep.
Hell.
Okay,
I
so
can see it. I believe it, but I can't believe it at the same time.
okay. Oh man, this is so funny.
This is
So she describes like how she was like a traveling dancer,
yeah.
and then how she met Billy's father, who he already had a child, um, and she just man, that was about 6 years ago when she actually met him.
hmm So with it, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
and then like instantly got married?
Pretty soon after.
I see. It must have been him that proposed because you're such a capturing lady.
Oh. So, Uthara, do you ask him anything else? Or you try to change the conversation as you're downing this cake?
Sure. She's starting to get a little, maybe like, too much sweet. She'd ask him for a glass of filtered water,
Okay.
and then she would try to circle it back to the lizard folks and be like, I love hearing all these other theories, but do you have any proof? Like, what more? Perhaps perchance you have a like a board in your room with a bunch of red string.
It's all over this.
Things.
This whole, like, all the walls are connected by red
All the walls are
strings.
connected. Okay. What's your most undeniable piece of evidence you think that the lizard folks are real?
Oh my.
Yeah, bring it.
Right here. He walks over and he's like moving the strings as he's walking. It was winter time last year. And I was walking down the street and there was some heat coming from the sewer.
Oh man, okay.
And I went down and I looked down in the sewer and I saw movement. Not like a rat or something like that or a person. It was like a person walking upright, walking, and I heard a sound. It had to be them.
Oh.
You don't believe me, do you?
No, I just.
Oh no. My first followers don't even believe me. Oh no.
No. Did I say that?
You said no.
I said, oh. What shape was this? I mean, you gotta. We the thing is about being a top mind. Is you have to anticipate what the unbelievers are going to say first, and you have to be ready to counteract that. Right?
Ah, well, they were bipedal.
Okay. Could it have just been someone like me or someone like Esther walking around down there that perchance fell in a hole? That's what an unbeliever might counteract with.
But what about the hiss and the heat coming from the sewer?
Well, alright.
Because once I heard the hiss, I ran. I ran so fast.
Can I hear the hiss? Can you replicate the hiss for me? So it's like that?
Kind of. It was just it sounded so unnatural.
Okay. Alright, so your strongest evidence is you saw a bipedal figure in the sewers and it hissed.
Yes.
Great. Hey, do you know anybody else that, like, also hangs out in the sewers?
Maybe street youths.
Street youths? Do you have any friends that are sanitation workers? You
No,
know
I don't. I don't
something?
have any friends that are sanitation workers.
Well, I'm trying to get another angle here, right? We need your eyewitness account with another eyewitness account to how we build this case.
Well, a while ago there was this guy named Johnny, but he
John-
believed me. But that was a long time ago. That was right after Dad went missing.
I think I know who you're talking about.
You do?
Yeah, Johnny, was he about did he have a wandering eye and missing front tooth?
Yes, he did. You
Okay,
you know Johnny?
Yes.
Oh, I think Ithara's starting to lose hope.
Oh, gee.
So Esker, she keeps moving closer to you. Like she was across from you. Now she's like, you're at a square table, so she's like to the side of you.
Yeah.
And your belly's getting kind of full of extra cookies.
Okay.
Yep.
Jennifer, I'm getting a little full here. I just can't stop eating these cookies. It's just, you're such a pleasure to be around.
So are you.
Because I know I should get back to my friends, but I just don't want to.
Oh, I see.
I really wish I could do her voice. This would be so much funnier. Like I can't even do the cadence or whatever it is. Like the weird, like the talking through the teeth.
On a hot dog.
Yeah.
Real
That,
bad.
I dressed up as her for Halloween this year.
Really?
Yes,
Oh my
I
gosh.
her White Lotus character is yeah.
Mm.
Makes me want a hot dog real bad.
You look like the 4th of July.
You look like the 4th of July. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's awesome. Okay. Well, if you feel you need to go back to your friends, you can.
Okay. Esther, I'm gonna reach out and have like a lingering touch on her hand.
Yeah. Okay.
Lord.
Okay. And then just be like, next time couldn't come fast enough.
Oh.
And she yeah, she kisses your hand.
Okay. I'm gonna take that hand and put it on my heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I'm gonna walk down the stairs.
Okay.
And Esker just looks like smitten.
Okay.
And Yuthara's sitting like this,
Yeah.
totally disheartened. Hey. Enough. Maybe they have a dog too that's just whining in the house, and that's what the sound effects are.
That's the sound of Billy.
Yeah.
Uh,
Smitten,
Nice.
huh?
yeah, smitten.
No.
Like, like, blood brown.
Oh
It's the
my
only way I can describe it. Like,
goodness.
in the cartoon, they're like all wobbly
Floating
looking.
Yeah.
down the stairs.
Yeah.
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 Oh my goodness.
That is hilarious.
And I'm gonna like clasp Billy on the shoulder and be like, "Well, son, I mean, Billy, it's been a pleasure."
Guitar's gonna be
Um,
looking at him like, what the heck is going on?
it's been a pleasure. I think we should be on our. Oh yes, you need to show us the location, right? And then we could come back. We could come back here.
You could come back here. Yeah?
It's nice. It's kind of cozy.
Sure. You can come back here.
Okay, I'll come back here.
Okay, let me get my cloak. He puts like a cloak on. We've got to be careful. Here, this is all I can make. Make sure they can't read your mind. It's like a kerchief with like weird beads, kind of like quickly sewn into it.
Oh, okay.
Just, yeah. Puts it on.
Perfect. Now we are shielded from their mind powers.
This is what I got to deal with while you played kissy face over cookies.
Look, I am feeling stuff. I've got quite a tummy ache. Okay. There was no kissing face here. Okay. Billy's
Alright.
Billy's stepmother. I'll have you know. Okay.
Well, put on your hat so they can't read your mind anymore. You're those
I
dirty
already
thoughts.
I already put it on.
You
All
know,
right.
interesting enough, she's only known Billy for 6 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so he's known her 6 years, but she only knew
The father 1 year before he went missing. But that's no reason to think about her in a bad way. Because that's just she's such a loving individual to stay around with Billy.
Sure. Okay. I got you. Pats him on the back, but I was like concerned.
Mhm. She was a dancer. She traveled around and
Oh, that makes sense. The dancers always get
mhm.
you. All right, Billy, we're ready. We're mind protected.
Okay, off we go. And I'll make sure that they can't follow our trail. He's got this little bag of like ash or dust, and he's like,
Fantastic.
so like you totally know like how to get back to his house if you got lost. You could definitely find the
Because we could follow it.
yeah. And so he leads you to this to like a weird manhole cover area. And this is where I walked him actually over here. And then he went down. He said, from inside, just to go home. I'll be back. Jennifer will take care of you till then. And I was like, okay. And I went home, and she wasn't there. But she was working then still.
Like dancing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
So then she came home, and then we waited and waited. She made me a cake and extra cookies. And Dad never came.
Does she ever make anything other than cookies or cake?
Yeah.
She makes like meatloaf
Okay.
Oh,
and
that's-
roasts,
That's wonderful.
and then she keeps telling me I have such a high metabolism. So she just I get to eat all kinds of stuff. Then yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
So you just eat a lot.
Well, she brings it down into the basement so I can, eat
Yeah.
and study.
Jennifer is such a wonderful lady.
Uh huh. It sure is.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome. Allowing me, what, being 28 and all, she lets me stay in the house. It's pretty awesome.
Oh. That's so awesome.
So let's say 6 years ago when Jennifer wasn't around, right? What were you doing with your dad?
Well, I kind of flunked out of the academy. I wasn't really mage material. I couldn't do anything. So, all those years he spent working in the sewer were for nothing to pay for my tuition.
No, Billy, they were for you.
They were for me, but what did he get out of it? He got to keep going to the sewer. It smells down there like a sewer.
But to see his son happy was the best reward. And I want to see you happy too, Billy.
Okay. Well, you're giving me really strong eye contact. I'm not used to that.
Someone is.
Sorry, I was imagining myself in like a father role to you.
Oh my goodness. Have you ever heard of moving slow? Taking it step by step?
Well, yes, usually I do.
And right about there, I think we'll end our session. While you're outside of that sewer area having this fun conversation.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so we get to play pretty darn soon. So see you guys next time.
Yeah.